Всем привет, я Аарин, это honkaistarrail, и сегодня мы продолжим событие под названием «Церемония боевых искусств». Всем приятного просмотра!
Is there anything more than sympathy?
They are unable to send forces. We've received a warning signal from the Yaoqing, meaning a major conflict between the Xianzhou and the denizens of abundance is imminent.
I understand. Thank you, Цзин Юаня.
Where will you go next?
I'm headed home, because my home needs me. I thought I would surely find a way to rescue it. Or at least someone in this vast cosmos would hear my plea for help. But I was wrong. Eurilo 6's tragedy is insignificant. Disasters unfold in every corner of the universe. If not here, then there. If not today, then tomorrow. People have grown accustomed to the disappearance of insignificant stars in the sky. While I've been fighting here, my family and friends are bleeding to death because of the Antimatter Legion's invasion. With every fist I threw, their hopes dimmed a little more. It's time for me to go back now. If a child cannot fight to protect his mother when she needs it, what right does he have to call himself her son? See you again, Цзин Юаня. No. Considering my age, I don't think we will be seeing each other again.
I wish you victory, Igor.
You too, Цзин Юаня. If the opportunity arises, I'd love to fight you again. I'm coming back, Mother. I've come out on top in all my fights. But this time, victory is out of my reach.
The war dance is held to foster friendships through combat arts. However, I was just a Cloud Knight lieutenant at that time, powerless to change anything. I couldn't even utter any words of solace as I watched his despondent silhouette grow smaller. And just like that, he left. Time flew by, and then, in the blink of an eye, 300 years had passed.
400 лет назад.
Pardon my interruption, General. What was the name of the world you just mentioned?
Let's send an invitation to that world called Eurilo 6 for the war dance this year. Hopefully, his descendants will respond.
General, the astral charts of the Skyfaring Commission indicate that this world has been destroyed. General?
Send an invitation. Even if it is just a wish that won't come true.
So, this is why we received that invitation?
Igor gifted me a keepsake before he left.
Is this?
We took this picture before we parted ways. Despite feeling crestfallen that day, he still kept a smile on his face. Now, I'd like to give something to his descendant in return for his gift. 700 years ago, I didn't have the chance to help his home. But it's still not too late for me to step in.
Несколько дней спустя.
With the Everwinter Monument as our witness, I, the Supreme Guardian Bronya Rand, hereby announce that the Xianzhou-Lafu Belobog Mutual Trade Agreement is now in effect.
I've heard stories about Belobog, where the residents, in their most desperate times, steadfastly maintained the spirit of the preservation resisting fate until the break of dawn. It wasn't until I stepped onto this land of heroes myself and felt the burn of the perpetual ice on my skin that I finally realized how solemn the belief of the preservation is and how great the people struggling there are. From today onward, the Xianzhou Luofu fights alongside you until the eternal freeze turns into the spring breeze and the frozen land melts into fertile fields.
Через некоторое время в Краеведческом музее Белого Бога.
My old friend, you once expressed your desire to be a long-life species. Because we had a longer lifespan, you thought we would have more time to grow, rectify mistakes, and change the future. You were wrong, Igor. The next punch is always what matters most. For our world, the future is what truly matters. We don't just appear out of nowhere. Each of us comes from the world that was there before we were born. People are like a giant tree, closely intertwined and ever-growing. People shape history. History creates heroes. Heroes inspire the future. And the future brings forth new people. My old friend, your call for help back then has been answered. Luka is the answer. He isn't just a boy. Instead, he's as ancient as your civilization. And he's the embodiment of your Relo 6. I should have realized sooner. A civilization that can give rise to someone like you wouldn't be easily wiped out.
В это время на арене Белобога.
Mr. Gepard, are you ready? I'm here to return that victory you lent me.
Ну чего же все грустненько? Разве так можно? Ну и что ты мне хочешь сказать, Карамелла?
Perfect timing, Coach! Now that the war dance has ended and Luka has returned to Belobog, it's time for me to go.
Думаешь, в этот раз тебя зачислят в штат?
I hope so. But Mr. Albert keeps saying that I still lack experience, so I guess I'll have to gain more experience for a while longer. Honestly speaking, these days of participating in the war dance with you have been the happiest of my life. Now that Luka is the hottest rising star in the whole cosmos, he'll definitely have lots of chances to participate in major tournaments in the future. When the time comes, I hope you'll still be his coach, and I'll still be in charge of covering your stories. By the way, this is the issue of the newspaper that features the showdown between Luka and Yanqing. I bought 100 copies. This one's for you to keep. Oh no! It's getting late! I'm about to miss my star skiff. I should get going. I'll see you next time.
В следующий раз я и сама приму участие.
That works too. Luka can be your coach then.
Спортивный лофу. Спецвыпуск звездной церемонии боевых искусств. Слава Луке, железной руке. Эта битва войдет в историю. Участник Лука и мастер Янцинь продемонстрировали все свои умения и приложили все силы, подарив зрителям незабываемый матч. Пусть участник Лука и проиграл, но его стремление к победе и упорство завоевали овации зрителей. Окончание церемонии боевых искусств. Начало жизненных соревнований. Участник Лука сошел со сцены церемонии боевых искусств, а наш специальный репортаж о церемонии подошел к концу. Благодарим всех читателей, сопровождавших нас на этом пути. Мы желаем вам, как Лука, смело бросаться вперед и отлично выступать на арене жизни. Лука стал популярнее Янцини, заслуженно главный красавчик года. По окончанию вызова мастера число поклонников Луки превысило число поклонников Янцини, что вывело его на первое место по популярности. Учитывая выступление Луки и его популярность, мы решили дать ему титул «Красавчик года». Впервые этого титула удостаивается неуроженец Цзиньчжоу. Поздравляем Луку! Что, все? Ну что, на этом церемония боевых искусств подошла к концу. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайк. А я с вами прощаюсь. Мы еще увидимся. Всем пока.